Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well today. My name's Ethan, and in this video I will be doing a general collective energy reading. Keep in mind, this is a general collective reading, so it may not resonate with everyone, and that is okay. Only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And as a quick disclaimer, I am not a professional. I simply make these videos for fun and as a creative outlet. But anyways, moving into the reading, I went ahead and pulled some cards, took some notes, meditated on the energy, so I'd be prepared when I came on here. And the overall energy for this collective as we head into January of 2026 is trusting the unseen and releasing control. So we begin with two moon phases that are deeply symbolic when placed together. The new moon in Pisces and the first quarter moon in Taurus. This tells a powerful story. The new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Pisces energy is intuitive, spiritual, and deeply sensitive. This new moon signals a fresh beginning rooted in faith rather than logic. Pisces asks you to listen to subtle inner nudges, trust your emotional and spiritual guidance, and this could come in the form of dreams, synchronicities, gut feelings, and release the need for proof before belief. Now, when I say that, it's more so about the gut feelings. If you have a bad feeling, trust your gut instinct and remove yourself from a bad situation. It's not about accusing people of anything or without evidence. No, it's about feeling, just feeling those little nudges, feeling the gut feelings and not needing the proof for it, just trusting it and moving out of potentially dangerous situations during the month of January 2026. So this is divine alignment energy. It can't really be forced or rushed. You kind of just have to flow with it. Moving on to the first quarter moon in Taurus, release control. Now Taurus enters, and Taurus loves security, predictability, and stability. The first quarter moon usually represents action and forward momentum, so the beginning of a new cycle. But here the action is kind of unconventional. Instead of pushing harder, you're being asked to let go. So Pisces says, trust the unseen, whereas Taurus says, stop gripping the material world. Together, the overall energy is trust what you feel and loosen your hold on what you think you need. Now, the guidance oracle cards that I pulled were You Are the Earth, Reconnect, Renew, Remember, and the Adventure card, Experiences, Memories, and the Present Moment. The You Are Earth card reminds you that you are not separate from nature, you are nature. We are nature. It asks you to slow down, reconnect with your body, ground yourself physically. This is about remembering who you were before pressure, timelines, expectations, societal standards, wage slavery, paycheck to paycheck, the rat race, which again, I know it's easier said than done. I have deep empathy for all of us who have to go through this rat race every day, because I feel like it kind of squashes out a lot of the creativity that society could benefit from, the innovation, but I'm not in a position of power to change that, unfortunately. But enough about me. Moving on to the Adventure card, Experiences, Memories, the Present Moment. Adventure doesn't necessarily mean travel with this card. It more so means engagement. It's about saying yes to life again, creating moments instead of chasing outcomes, being present enough to enjoy what's happening now. So ground yourself first And when you ground yourself, you start to move freely, because your presence creates adventure. And not just adventure, but by you standing in your authority, your power, it's part of the overall journey of life, of walking in your truth, adventuring, journey. It doesn't have to be a big mountain vacation, going to the Caribbean, whatever, you know. This card's simply just asking you to create memories, try new things, enjoy the present moment. Don't get caught up in the past or the future. Now, moving down to the tarot spread, the clarifying cards, we start with the Strength card. This sets the tone because strength is a quiet power. It's patience. It's emotional mastery, not control. You don't have to be an authoritarian. You can have a silent power. And this mirrors the first quarter moon in Taurus perfectly, because true strength doesn't come from forcing stability, it comes from trusting yourself. Now, with the Five of Wands reversed, here we see tension is dissolving. This card suggests that inner conflicts are easing, you're letting go of competition, and you're choosing peace over proving yourself. This is emotional settling, the calm after chaos. Moving on to the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, here's where the frustration really shows up. This card in the reverse often represents feeling stuck, slow progression, over planning instead of living, not being in the present moment, obstacles coming in the way. So, with the Knight of Pentacles reverse plus release control, it's essentially telling you to stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Moving on to the Page of Arrows, now the energy kind of shifts, because the Page of Arrows brings that curiosity, openness, and new perspectives instead of the overthinking. You start to learn. It's kind of like a journalist, being like an undercover journalist, going out, trying to get all the details, asking around about information, taking notes, getting surveys, things like that, like learning, gaining that knowledge. It's like high school, college energy, a little bit of gossip, you know. What's the tea? But anyway, sorry, I don't mean to get sidetracked. It's been a long day. I think I'm a little delusional right now. But the Page of Arrows, it mirrors the new moon in Pisces, because it's like openness without judgment. Moving on to the Nine of Cups, this is actually a really beautiful, like, emotional anchor in the spread, because it's all about like fulfillment, contentment, gratitude, emotional fulfillment in the present. You're happy with what you have. You're happy with what you've succeeded at. You're not chasing. So it's like grounded joy and lived experience equals that fulfillment when you put all of this together. With the King of Pentacles reversed, here your relationship with security is being kind of redefined. It could indicate fear around finances or stability, or realizing that material security alone isn't enough. So this mirrors the Taurus moon perfectly, asking you to release outdated definitions of success. So release control, release that structure. It's great to have money, like we all want money, but emotionally, money won't fulfill you. It will just ease like anxieties and things. So it's great to have the money to ease your anxiety, but eventually you reach a point where there's nothing left to worry about, and you have everything, and then you just kind of get bored. I think that's kind of what this energy is. Now with the Knight of Arrows reverse, this is kind of like mental fog. So being overwhelmed, overthinking, anxiety about the future. You may have too much information and not enough intuition. So with that Page of Arrows may have actually gotten too much information, and now you're second guessing what to do next. So this Knight of Arrows in reverse is actually kind of asking you to return to Pisces up here at the top of the spread with trust, or attune to the divine. So trust the divine, not all the noise, not all the chatter, the gossip. Now with the Two of Wands, the reading ends with a vision. So it's all about moving forward, a choice, direction. I kind of see this Two of Wands as like myself when I go on a hike, me holding my hiking stick and like a compass, like right on the way to my 10, 12, 15 mile long hike through the mountains or wherever I go. So it's exciting, but you know, you're having to learn. You have to map out the place. That's where that Page of Arrows comes in. You have to learn, get all the knowledge, insight, wisdom that you need for the journey. So once again, this Two of Wands is all about vision, choice, direction. You're standing at a threshold. You're not frozen, but you're contemplating things. So I believe this card's saying that you don't need to control the path, only choose your direction. So overall, with this reading, it's a reminder that life flows best when you stop gripping onto it, especially onto the material aspects of life. And the overall guidance is pretty simple. With the attune to the divine and release control, it's about trusting divine timing. Make sure that you ground yourself in the present. Release rigid expectations. Allow for curiosity over fear, and choose direction over control. It does not have to be perfect. Nothing's ever really perfect. Just roll with the punches. It's like whitewater rafting. You're gonna get wet. You know, you're not gonna stay dry. But with that Strength card, I think you'll be okay. Remember, you are the earth. So I think I'm gonna end this reading here. I really hope it resonated. It might have been a little all over the place. But I hope that at least some of the reading may have resonated with some of you. If it did resonate, trust that it arrived exactly when you needed it. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are learning how to trust yourself again. And that can be really difficult. Honestly, over the last year, like 2025, is when I really started to become more spiritual and open to the divine. Growing up, I was actually like a really rigid atheist, like hardcore atheist, agnostic. But I've had some experiences over the last year that I can't really explain physically in the 3D. I might talk about some of those experiences in the future, but even I've had to attune to the divine, and you don't really get to choose it either. That's the other thing. It comes in waves. Maybe it's psychosis, although I'm not like, what's the word? Diagnosed. I haven't been diagnosed with anything like that. But it's like even just having a day of really good luck where every single thing is going your way. You're finding money on the ground. People are giving you gifts that they got from out of town. Someone brought in food for lunch at work. Like, you know, those days where everything's just going so smoothly, and other days where everything's going wrong. There was a period of time this year where it was like a 3-month-long period over the summer where everything just kept working out perfectly. I would go on a hike and I would ask the universe, the divine, to lead me to an alligator on my hikes. And I would walk off the trail, follow my intuition, get to a body of water, and find an alligator. And I know how that sounds, but I'm from the Midlands of South Carolina, so we have alligators, but not enough to find them that easily. Most people around here have never seen an alligator in the wild. And I was just talking to the universe, like, lead me to this animal. And then I would find that animal. And with my love for meteorology and weather and like storm chasing, some of the storms that I witnessed over the summer, mixed with the alligators and everything, it was like Saturdays in general. Every Saturday over the summer was magical for me. And I knew that there was some kind of like divine guidance, support, trying to lift me up. Because any time that my mood would start to slip or, you know, fall into like a depressive episode, it was like the universe was blessing me, like, no, cheer up, there's something amazing happening over here, oh no, don't be sad. And I really felt that connection with the divine. But now it's kind of slipped away, but I understand that whenever it slips away for a few weeks, it always comes back. I feel like whenever you're in that transition period where it slipped away, that's when you really have to have the faith. And I'm not religious. I don't really follow the structure. I kind of create my own connection with God, source, the divine, the deities. I'm very open-minded. I don't think you have to be perfect. When it comes to religion, I think you just have to be open-minded and don't step on other people. Be respectful, compassionate, kind, help each other. But anyway, I'm just channeling at this point. But yeah, I'm going to leave the message here. I really hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful week, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching.